in this video, I'm going to talk about our CT side on Inferno and ways that we can get control early in the round. I think we all kind of know how to play late round. Just, saving utility, using it late, a lot like how we talked about on Overpass. But we're just going to go over like some set plays that we're going to do it basically at the beginning of like every single round that we can, at least on the B site. Over here we're going to run Astralis's banana control. It's super easy and it's like impossible to fight off, or at least no one's figured out a way yet. So basically 3 players are going to go towards B at the beginning of every round. Our A arch player is going to come and he's just going to smoke just like that, and then he's going to run away. He's just going to run back to A. And that smoke can be a little bit more pretty, but you get the gist, right? I mean, just smoke bottom banana, run back. The other 2 players, one of them is going to be throwing the deeper molly, which we basically look kind of like at the left side of this bush here and just bounce it off the wall. This molly is great because it mollies into this corner and into the logs corner, so no one can push through. If they do, they just stay on fire. So that's just like swing wide here, aim out right there, and throw. That's going to spread really well. Then the second B player is going to come and he's going to molly close. This really, and honestly, like, it can be even closer, right? Like right here. This really isn't like totally necessary, but if the T's, like especially early on in the game, if they're trying to like push through this molly right here and try to fight up closer to us, then this means that they're not going to try it very many more times. So the player that threw the deep molly is just kind of going to hold, while the other player who threw the close molly, right here, right, he's then going to come and he's going to pop a flashbang like this. They're both going to turn and fight, and then one player will push down, get close to logs. They can double up here, they can kind of play it however they want. They also have 2 smokes remaining, right? So we can delay another like probably 45 seconds or more with like another 2 smokes, and even more utility, right? And then the smart thing, we don't have to, as like that last smoke is going away, these players don't have to stay here in banana. Like, they can just slowly walk out after we throw that last smoke, and you walk all the way back to the B site and turtle up in B. We can like leave one guy here and have an op like CT or something, right, to like distract. Like, we can do different things in different setups after that, and we need to remember that like just because we've gotten this control doesn't mean that we have to give it up. It's really powerful, right? In some rounds we're gonna like want to keep it, but other rounds, if the time's running really low and we're a little low on utility, we can just walk out of there and make them use all their utility and waste a bunch of time trying to clear it, and just come back and turtle up on the B site, sit emo and new box and just wait for them to come in and try to plant. And then we have all this information and all this time, and they don't have any time. And we've basically just delayed the B push a bunch. So that's kind of like our main, like our B control early on in the round. And I'm going to talk about a couple ways of getting control on A, or at least going for like an early pick. One of those is if we have like a good spawn for it, like someone's close to this bench, you run right into the corner of this bench and then look right at the middle of this like plate here, and it's a jump throw, and this is going to smoke off mid. Oh, I actually missed it. That's odd. There we go. Okay, not bad. A little bit up on that plate. We want to look like kind of towards the top of it, in case you like miss if you aren't like perfect with your jump throw. So that's going to land here, and that's going to allow our opper, if we have an opper playing at A, he's just going to keep running, and this smoke will pop like about right as he gets to here, So this is down, so no one at like T-ramp can see him, and he's just gonna run and come all the way up here, and he's gonna take the fight either with like the bridge player if they're playing one of those, or with someone running up alt. And that's gonna be supported by whoever that player is with him, but through the smoke, as they're gonna come here and then just like pop a flash up like that. So then like anyone running alt or like holding bridge, if they're trying to counter it, is now blind. Not like fully blind, but like temporarily blind, giving our op a little bit better chance of taking that fight. And you should get there about the time that like a molly is raining in. So that's one of our ways to get control. Another setup that I really like, especially because we're going to be having like 2 players here early, is we can just play one guy under patio and then one guy just holding in the cubby right here, and you're just in like a crossfire. So no matter which way they swing out here, like whether they swing out this way or if they swing out this way, they're getting shot in the back either way. So one player at arch in the cubby and then another one at patio. If we're going for apps control, then we want both players, so one can jump up into the long haul, and then the other player wants to go boiler here. Player going boiler should like molly early for this, just to like force them back, and allow our long hauls player to get closer. Once this long hauls player wants to push in, we're going to use this flashbang right here, where there's like this smudge right here on the wall, and you can also use like this, the cubby right there, and kind of like connect those two. So I normally throw it like about right there and throw. No running or anything. And that's going to pop like right here. And it's going to allow for like our long hauls player to come down and get a pick, just like this. So yeah, so those are our ways to get control of apps. So off of this, like we can like chain that, you know, most likely that's gonna like flash a player right here. I can do it again to show the little like where it's gonna land. But as you can see, like that, like anyone holding like this corner, like right here, like they're not gonna be able to turn from that. Fully blind, we can come out. Your long haul player can come out, get an early pick. We can run away from that most likely and just fall back to the site and anchor. Our big thing when we're like holding late, like we talked about in overpass, when we hit like 45 seconds, and if we have like a Molotov or a smoke, we need to dump that wherever we're at, right? If we're like playing up on balcony and I have a smoke left at 45 seconds, I'm like smoking off balcony. I can like smoke off down here, you know, molly into here, right? Because normally about 45 to 35 seconds, if the T's haven't made a play yet, they're going to make a play really soon. And so when we hit this point, it seems like really easy, but, you know, we're going to make like a rule. If you've got utility, and then like once these smokes are fading, that's when we're like using like our flashbangs, right? And just to like annoy anyone trying to like push out of these spots. If we're playing if we're like playing site, you know, similar things, we can like help out. There's throwing these, you know, popping a flashbang and then just sitting on site and just waiting and trying to kill that time where the T's are making their execute. When like we see these smokes start to fly over and stuff, that's when we need to be just throwing all of our utility out, and that's normally going to come in around 45 seconds. Like if you're watching Astralis demo, 45 seconds, like every single player on the team pulls out a smoke, their last smoke, and like throws it down, and it's, you know, the most annoying thing to the other team. So yeah, so that's our CT side Inferno. That video is a little long, so my apologies, but that's just kind of how I want us to run our CT side on this map.